Once Human just got its biggest update yet. We have a ton of stuff to go over with the patches as well as the servers and their current updates there. We'll also go over some additional information around these server resets as well as the progression wipes. We have a brand new FAQ section that's answered a ton of questions, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Once Human. Jumping into it, let's get into the patch notes. Now they haven't released these for the past week, but we have gotten several updates. I'm going to go over some of the major stuff that we've seen in the last few days, as well as the update that we got yesterday. Starting with July 19th, they fixed several mail issues in the Lightforge Metal Transfer event. They've enhanced the server capacity and the number of worlds. We'll also get onto some of the additional server stuff later as well. They corrected makeup previews and shop sticker displays. They fixed the living armor buff, causing immediate downs. And they resolved the Black Lake's Heart persistent gravitational pull outside of events. For July 20th, we saw a corrected season phase countdown timer. Which again, yeah, if you saw, there was some issues there before with the last phase transfer update. They fixed an issue in the item redemption in the friendship shop. They also increased the Gatling cannon's plasma round range. They corrected materials received after territory moves. They fixed energy links that disappeared during trades and vending machine usage. And they fixed an item disappearance in storage crates. July 21st, they fixed crafting without electricity. They also resolved auto-spectating mode on login, and they added server status for full player registration and reduced player lag, which we did see some of those instances there where they were trying to reduce that lag recently. July 22nd only had one fix here where they did the loot crates in the Prime Ward not containing next difficulty battle passes. And for July 23rd, they fixed several things here, including a report acknowledgement email text display. They resolved Shadowhound's mid-air attack issue in the Prime War, and they optimized spawn chance for deviation paper down. I've heard a lot of people getting the paper down fairly easy, but I've never gotten it. I've never looked for it. Hopefully people can get that deviant more if they are searching for it though. That does cover it for the patch notes side of things, but we also do have some additional information. So again, just like with last week, we do have the Once Human operational announcement. This is for exploits and things that are going on with cheating within the game. They say that they are monitoring 24/7 for abnormal activities. And if you want to report people or report anything, you can do it to the Discord bot. You can file it using the anti-cheat bot over on Discord. This is within the official Once Human Discord, and you can also report in-game by hitting escape and putting the player name as well as the type violations and details, and even upload an image there. They again listed out a ton of bans here, and there are a lot, and most of them are 3,600 days, so essentially near 10 years. So these people are never going to see the game again. More than likely, once it's 3,600, it's just going to roll over again. They all are permanent bans here, and there is a ton of them. Again, most of these here are using third-party malicious software. There's a total of 164 players here that did get banned. A little bit down from last time, but still this is quite significant there. Also, two more notable mentions with the updates currently with the game. We do have some stealth changes or some stealth updates that weren't exactly presented in these patch notes. So first up, we do have some massive server information. If you are currently on a locked server or a server that is full, this actually did get lifted. So now currently all servers, or at least seemingly most servers that were locked, are now open. This including my server, which is PvP01. It has been open since around last night. Again, this wasn't announced anywhere. This wasn't announced on the Discord or even on Twitter as far as I'm aware. I think it's because they want to make sure that players do join up on servers slowly. However, if you couldn't play with your friends now, you should be able to join up on the same server, as it now seems like most are unlocked and allowing new players to play. I've also seen several low levels on my server, which is really nice to see, and when those do get locked, it does make it a little bit unfortunate there and kind of skews the metric. So hopefully we are seeing new players join up, new players play the game, and getting some new fresh eyes there. So if you haven't and you wanted to join a specific server, you can now, and again, you can make multiple characters, so there is no issues there anymore as well. We also do have an FAQ section that just got released. So finally, if you have any questions about game starting, the game crashing, repairing your game, anything like that, including lag or anything like that, there's a ton of stuff here that you could go through and diagnose with the game itself. They have a bunch of fixes here for the most common problems. I've had an issue here currently where the loading bay didn't allow me to switch out where I wanted to download the game to. Seems like they are planning to release an update to allow you to migrate files to a new location, so stay tuned for that. So if you weren't able to pick a location and you did use the NetEase or the Fever loading bay launcher, you should be able to change your install location for that in the future. Just a little side note there, some of the problems that I've had. I've also heard other people have game lag or even crashing issues, there are several fixes here for that. Again, really handy FAQ section, so I will link to that down below. Additionally, we've had several tweets from the Once Human Twitter account, a lot of stuff being answered again. The first one here where people are asking for PS5 and other console support. They did say here that the release date for the console platform has not been confirmed, and then please stay tuned for that for social media announcements for any future updates. It does seem like we are going to get a console release here, as they didn't say the release has not been confirmed, but they said the release date has not been confirmed. I do know that they want it on the console platform, but this kind of gives a little bit of a nudge there. So it seems like we will be getting that. I know this game is going to be on mobile first, so I'm kind of surprised that mobile is going to get the game before any of the consoles, but maybe it makes a little bit of sense there. Could be due with NetEase, maybe some partnership stuff with that. However, it does seem like in this case we will be getting some console updates, or at least a console platform update for this in sometime in the near future. I'll let you guys know and keep you guys updated on all that stuff with that there. Also, another mentionable here, there's been a ton, and we've gone over this several times now, but there's still so much discussion around it, which is about the 6-week reset or the wipe that's happening here soon with the new season. People really want them to rethink this overall. However, I still think that the wipes are not a bad decision. We just are on a little bit of a shorter timeline than I think most people would like. However, they did make aware here there's a lot of stuff that isn't being reset. It's not a complete reset. There's a ton of stuff here that you'll be able to keep with the reset, quote unquote. In a tweet here responding to this person here, they said they are aware that many players are concerned with the in-game progress reset, but they want to assure you that it will not happen. They value your time and effort you put into the game, and they do mention here that the items and gear that you have obtained from seasonal scenarios will be retained in various ways. I've gone over this before, but there's an entire article detailing all the stuff that you're going to keep through the PvP and PvE scenarios. As they sit here, a lot of stuff like important currencies are going to be retained, your gear blueprints, furniture formulas, cosmetics, obviously expressions, poses, stuff like that. Even your house blueprint would also be saved, and you can reconstruct the building at any time. And if the advanced materials aren't available at that time, you can also use basic materials to make your building instead. Main story and side story progress will be retained, and there will be even more streamlined versions of them in the new seasons, but you'll still get all the rewards. And also your friends list will be carried over. There's a lot of stuff being carried over. Again, the blueprint fragments is a pretty big one here. So all the weapons you've earned through StarChrome and just building up your blueprints in general, you're going to have that immediately upon a new season. It's going to make you go through the game or go through that content even quicker. So that beginning content there should feel a lot faster and a lot more smooth. You're not going to have blue weapons taking down enemies. More than likely, you're either going to have a purple or legendary weapon with also purple or legendary gear. And you also retain weapon accessories and mods, which again is going to make you get through the content very fast. I don't think people are going to have problems with the wipes once they're introduced. Really, the only thing being reset is the map progress or exploration progress and your level being reset to level 1. And as I said here, different scenarios will last for different sets of weeks. So the first 2 existing scenarios are 6 weeks in length. However, future seasons and scenarios might have a longer or shorter duration. And there might even be permanent scenarios that players can enjoy. Maybe there's even going to be permanent servers. Kind of like how Diablo 4 has done it with those non-seasonal servers. I could definitely see that happening, and I know a lot of players will probably enjoy that, although I don't think those are going to last very long. If you've noticed at all, the Diablo 4 non-seasonal realms don't really have a lot of players on them. So yeah, I think people are still going to enjoy the seasonal realms. I think this is just kind of like a little bit overblown. We will have to wait and see how it all plays out, but I do think that we should give it at least a chance. Overall, that's what I covered for today's video. If you like, subscribe. It's a nice one. Deuces.